weight. The tank is really heavy, but because of the powerful engine and wide caterpillars, it can do really hard off-road. As you can see here, it's very dirty out there, but still it goes. By the way, about the main gun, it's a NATO standard 120mm, the same as in Leopard 2. And here I can see there's the door probably for the aiming equipment, and also have thermal cameras of the last generation installed on that tank, and also machine gun on the top. And here's the closer look on the optional extra armor on the front part of the base. You can see it's very robust, and I think that you can even push something really heavy with this. Again, you can keep it hollow like that, still you have extra armor plate over here, and it's great against the cumulative shells, as I say to you. But also on this first picture you may see that it's filled with something over here, so there are many options for the armor protection. Let's speak about the ammunition that this tank may use. So you have the L30 gun, it's the name of it, and there could be many different shells. So how you load the L30 cannon? Basically you take the shell first, this one or this one, and then you put this cylinder as showed on the picture, and then you close the reloading mechanism, and then you fire and repeat once again. This cylinder just burns out in the gun and nothing left out of it. So again, you have the shell that can penetrate the heavy armored vehicles and tanks, and also you have the high explosive shell as well, which can be used against the manpower and also tanks. So this is the explosive shell on the right. You can see this is actually the explosives, and this is the detonator. So then it hit the armor, it smashes around the armor, and then detonator touches the surface of the tank. All of that explosive just explodes, and the particles from inside of the tank, inside the compartment where the crew is located, the metal debris, they just crack out because of the shock wave and penetrate everything inside. But for the modern types of the Russian tanks like T-72B3 and T-90M, this simply doesn't work, because those tanks are made out of the special layered metal, and those explosive shells will not cause the particles to separate. And here in the picture you can see one of the variants of the shell. This is the more powerful one. It's 120mm, very long, L29, that can be used for the L30 cannon, or the gun, how it's better to say. I'm still not good in English, but it can penetrate severe armor. And also on the left corner over here, obviously you will not see the upper part, we have the German analog, it's DM43, which is the same powerful as this one. So it's L28, but usually the L23 is used, and sometimes L26. L23 can penetrate up to 450mm of the armor at the range of 1000 meters, and L26 can penetrate of 570mm. So I guess that this L28, it is very long, it may penetrate more than 600mm of the armor for the range up to 2 kilometers. So I guess L23 will be not very effective against the Russian tanks. L26, yes, it could be effective, and L28 will penetrate everything that Russia made. So depends on the ammunition we have, the effectiveness of the tank will be very different. And let's speak about the vulnerability of the Challenger 2. So here in the upper corner you can see the T90M that may fire the new modern shells BM60, and they may penetrate this tank, unfortunately, especially if you don't have extra armor on the lower part. And also those shells may penetrate the turret, unfortunately.